Will this be the only insight he gives on the momentous meeting with his grandmother, or is he saving the juicy details as part of his "Sing for Your Supper" Netflix deal? Time will tell, but let's just hope Her Majesty was recording the chat in case, once again, recollections may vary. Meanwhile, it has been reported that while the Sussexes will have no formal role in the forthcoming Platinum Jubilee celebrations, the Queen has invited him to join her for the traditional appearance on the palace balcony. A family rapprochement behind closed doors is one thing, but one wonders whether the British public feels quite so forgiving towards this petulant pair. If true, allowing them to take center stage at such a momentous national occasion could prove a rare misstep for our monarch in 70 years on the throne. After all, since they first flounced off 2 years ago, Harry and Meghan have made little secret of their disdain for royal tradition and, embarrassingly, the Queen's grandson is suing the government for refusing to allow him to pay for Met Police protection when visiting these shores. Feeling unsafe here was the excuse he used for not attending Prince Philip's memorial yet. As we now know, he and wife Meghan have just managed to pull off a visit to one of the most famous women in the world without anyone even grabbing a grainy photo en route. In other words, staying under the radar is easy if you behave in a low-key way. Which brings me to their appointment of Barack Obama's former bodyguard Christopher Sanchez, who has been shadowing their every move. It could be sheer coincidence, but, equally, a cynic might conclude that it is a deliberate attempt to place themselves on a par with an ex-leader of the free world. It wouldn't be the first time they've created a "look at me" frisson at odds with their claim to want a normal life. Remember that day at Wimbledon in 2019, when Meghan arrived to watch Serena Williams on Court 1. A spectator who was actually taking a selfie of himself, not her, was warned by her bodyguard that she was at the televised event viewed by millions in a private capacity. Perhaps it was just overzealous protection officers throwing their weight around, but another ticked-off spectator pointed out that the Duchess of Cambridge had visited 2 days earlier, with not a shoulder tap in sight, from her security guys. She understands that her royal status gets her top-notch seats to watch a Grand Slam tournament, and the trade-off is that she'll get photographed. But she also manages to pop to her local shops without being spotted. And yesterday, a former head chef at London restaurant 45 Jermyn Street revealed, "We got celebrities in all the time." But for Harry and Meghan there was a real fuss. Half the restaurant was roped off so they could dine in peace. They came in together, just before they went public as a couple. But it was still unusual. 45 Jermyn is a discreet place to eat without doing that. As I've said before, plenty of genuine A-list celebrities go about their lives quietly and, therefore, largely unnoticed. And plenty strut around while flanked by burly bodyguards, prompting everyone in the immediate vicinity to notice them and think, "Who's that?" In other words, the more noise you make, the more attention you attract. When Harry and Meghan left the UK, they were at pains to point out that they wanted a normal and private life. But pretty much everything they've done since has suggested they want anything but. The choice of living in fame-obsessed LA, the private jets to A-list destinations and homes, the interview with Oprah, the open-top bus ride with James Corden, and now a trip back to Europe with a Netflix crew of 30 filming their every move.